Hey guys, Heidi Easley here, Texas Art and Soul, owner and founder of Paint Party Headquarters, and I teach women how to make money teaching paint parties. So I get this question a lot. Do I have to be this crazy good artist to teach paint parties? And I just want to tell you, no, you don't. Not to teach paint parties, okay? So I'm going to give you a couple of reasons why. So number one, you need to have a passion. So again, we are not teaching these crazy art classes with tons of techniques. We're creating this fun craft, something exciting, something that somebody can do in just a couple hours and take home and hang on their wall just for the season or whatever the case may be. Guys, I think so many times we think, well, I'm not an artist. There's no way I could teach a paint party. Oh my gosh, remember, we are teaching beginner paintings and beginner crafts. For example, those of you that have heard about Paint Party Headquarters, the doors are open right now. We close the doors on Thursday. So if you are watching this and the doors aren't open, you can get on the wait list in the description. But if you're watching right now, the doors are open, so you can get in until Thursday at midnight. So here's the thing. I teach slime parties. I teach all kinds of craft parties. I actually have a donut Sunday / MasterChef Junior type party. Basically, you take this style and you can transform it to anything you want. So you do not have to be the best artist. And painted prayers, which there is one right there. Relax. It's going to be great. It's a quote by Gabby Bernstein, who I love so much. I read that in an article. It was in a Success magazine, and I just kept rereading it. So anybody out there that thinks that they want to do this, but they're feeling like a little bit of imposter syndrome, just put a yes or a comment in the box if you're that way. Because here's the thing, guys, there is a place for fine art. I am all about fine art, and I love fine art. But teaching paint parties is not about fine art, okay? And Painting with a Twist, who's been around since 2007, who has paved the way for mobile paint party studios like you and me. That means where we go to places, we travel, and we do all of these fun events. Guys, they have set the bar for us so that we could do something like this because it's educated. Everybody knows what we're offering. And here's the coolest thing is we can change it and move it and do things that we want to do. And you don't have to be the best artist. You can teach things like painted prayers or quotes or words like that where you teach a background process and then you put things on top. And later tonight on my Texas Art and Soul Facebook page, I'm going to be going live to talk about some vinyl cutters. And if you need vinyl cutters, if you have to have one or if you don't have to have one. But I wanted to just really quick remind you guys that you do not, I just got an email a minute ago. She's like, I want to do this. I'm crafty, but I wouldn't consider myself artsy. You do not have to be that artsy to do this. Again, I give you tutorials. You follow me step by step, paint it, and then you teach that. You teach the same thing I'm teaching you. We are creating an event for people who are coming to socialize, people who just want out of the house, people who want to connect with other people and don't want to just sit there and watch Netflix again, okay? I know we all get stuck in our Netflix binge, but sometimes we need to connect as people, and we are providing this awesome experience for them to do so. So if you have not joined Paint Party Headquarters yet, oh my gosh, please click the link. I'm actually going to put it right here so you can see what all it includes. And the doors are open for just 2 more days. That's it. We close the door shut tight. And the reason I do that is because I focus all my attention on helping these women get results and make a profit every single party. So no, you do not have to be this massive artist to teach paint parties. You just have to have a passion and you have to be willing to serve your customers and you have to be willing to have some fun. I don't know about y'all, but when I teach paint parties, I have a lot of fun. Again, it's beginner paintings that we are teaching. And Brandy says, how many more days? Yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to be here for a couple minutes answering questions. And how many more days do you say? Okay, so the doors close at midnight on Thursday, May 16th, okay? So if you are, I put the link in there. It's basically texasartandsoul.com /PPHQ for Paint Party Headquarters. And I teach you so much stuff. I teach you marketing techniques, social media hacks. We even have a prayer and gratitude meeting because I truly believe, it's all about praying for God to show us opportunities, but then it's our responsibility to take inspired action, to actually not be a sitting duck. And I show you how to go out there and get paint parties so that you're not trying to depend on family and friends. That is the best way to go out of business, to depend on family and friends. Can anybody hear me on that one? I love my family and friends, but if I would have only depended on them for my business, it would not have worked. Okay, hello from deep East Texas. Thank you for all that you do. Oh, you're so welcome. And guys, I don't know if you can tell this about me or if you've seen any of my YouTube, any of y'all brand new to me or all of you have seen my videos. Guys, I am so passionate about paint parties because they have changed my family's life. They have changed my life. They have changed my family's life. And it is so important to know that, guys, I know we think, oh, it's just a silly paint party. It's just this, it's just that, but it's not. There's so much more to this. And besides the fact that we can, art heals and we can share God's love through art, but the fact that, we can be paid really well for doing something that we really love. That is the coolest thing. And Mickey says, I requested your book to my email with no results. Okay, so Mickey, I'm going to give you my email. If you, so right now I'm offering my ebook for free. It's $17 on my website. But if you email me, I'll send you the link. Because what happens a lot of times is when you request something, it'll go to spam. So if you didn't get it or you didn't see it in your spam, just email me and I'll send you a direct link to it. Have you ever had an unhappy customer at a paint party? Brandy, that is a good question because I have taught thousands of people by now. And yeah, I had this one lady. Oh my gosh, it's kind of a sad story, but I was walking around. I had about 50 people at this paint party. It was at a big church retreat. They were at a camp for the weekend. It was a big women's retreat. And they paid me to come in and they paid me to teach this painting. Well, I was walking around helping everybody, and there was this one lady who was standing up working on her painting. She was probably in her 60s, and she was angry. Like, you could tell she was just mad at the world. And I would come by and try to encourage her, and I was like, yeah, you're doing great. And she would just almost grumble at me, which, I've taught for 10 years. Like, I'm used to getting grumbled at as a teacher. Like, that just happens when you teach kids. You think they like you, they don't like you, their hormones hit. You don't know. You just try to do the best you can, right? So I gave her space and I walked around the room again and I came back again and I just kind of encouraged her and she actually walked off and then she came back to finish. Well, I was at the back of the room when the event was over and I was kind of just talking to some women and, and that's really important at your events. Make sure you're connecting. It's about being kind. It's about connecting and building these relationships. And because again, it's not just about a paint party. There's so much more involved with that. So she came and found me and she said, yeah, she goes, I'm just really, she said, I used to paint all the time. And she said, I lost my first husband to cancer and I just stopped painting. And she said she got remarried again and then she lost her second husband to cancer too. And so here this woman is who painted her whole life and then got hit with, two husbands right in a row that both died of cancer, which was so sad. And so she's got tears in her eyes. I have tears in my eyes. And she's talking about how she was just so frustrated because she loves to paint so much and how she let, those things get in the way and she just totally went away from it. And so she was really frustrated during the process. But as we talked at the end of it, she said, man, she goes, I know I want to get back into this. I know I want to start painting again because again, art is healing, especially for those of you, no matter what you do, like if you're a crochet person or you're a jewelry maker, I am neither of those things. And those things drive me totally crazy, I can't do them. I don't have the patience for them. But if you are a painter or a crafter or something like that, like when I go to paint, it's almost like I'm like having my own therapy. It's just, my mind just gets to wander and I can just be with the paint. And there's just something so peaceful about that. And so when I was talking to her and she was saying like, oh my gosh, I got to start painting again. And it just, it kind of, just made me tear up. I was happy on one end that, she's going to get back into it. But then I was sad because so many of us let that side of us go. we have a passion, whether it's gardening or cooking or painting or, whatever the case is, it's like we let it go and we don't even mean to. We just end up letting it go because life gets in the way or tragedy happens. And so it just kind of made me sad. So yeah, I've had some unhappy customers. And on a funnier story, Brandy and everybody listening, this is a little bit more lighthearted. So I teach parties anywhere from 8 people on up to 200 people. I love events any size, but I really really love the large events. I feel like that's where I really shine, and I just really love doing that. And so, but I teach people to have parties of any size because you can have a profit any party, any size. Let me tell you, any party, any size. And so I was at this party and it was like 119 people. I remember because when you have numbers that big, you remember the number. And it was all women. We had the entire restaurant closed down. And there was this old guy sitting in the back. He brought his wife up. He was probably in his late 70s. And I was walking around, I was just getting everybody settled, signed in, greeting people. And this guy, oh my gosh, it was so funny. He goes, "Who would pay to come to something like this?" And I just looked at him and I said, "Excuse me, what do you mean?" And he goes, "This is so stupid. Why would somebody come and do this?" I mean, he was serious as a heart attack. And that is why I do not market to men for my paint parties. Tip number 1, okay? Do not market to men for your paint parties, because he sat there with this growl on his face like, how dare somebody make money having women come do this? And so I'm hearing him over here at the very back. And then I look and I have this entire restaurant of 119 women, and I look at their faces. And they're talking to their friends. They're talking to their parents. They're talking to their friend that they brought or their daughter. And they're laughing and they're joking and they're having a beer and they're eating their nachos. And I remember looking going, they're having so much fun. And here this little grumbly old man who's just like, how dare somebody paint and have a good time? And I just thought in my head, he is not my customer. Not everybody's going to like what we do. Not everybody is going to understand what we do. And that is okay. It's okay, guys. You're not marketing to an 80-year-old man. That is not your customer. I'm telling you right now, I have people in Paint Party headquarters that say, I want to do a couples event. And I'm like, yay, that's great, but here's my experience. I've had a few couples events, and I can tell you every time you have maybe one of those men that are kind of happy to be there. The rest were forced. So I find that if I just drill down and say my market is women and I am teaching women ladies' night out events, women's groups, things like that, the kids' parties come out of that. The kids, they will contact you. But if you really highly focus on I'm going to teach women how to paint, then it makes so much of a difference. So guys, you will have people out there that don't understand it, but you do not have to be the most artsy person in the crowd to do this. And I can tell you right now, I am not the best artist, but that doesn't matter. It's about creating this event. It's about creating this environment and all the things that you get to do from that. Brandy says, that is what I learned years ago. There are some unhappy customers no matter what you do, and there are happy customers no matter what you do. So bottom line, it's not them. It's not us. Yes. Wow. Thank you for that tip. You're welcome. Yeah. I mean, it kind of hit me off guard when he first said that. And then I was like, wait a minute. He's not my customer. He's not who I'm reaching to. Of course he's not going to understand. My mother-in-law, who I love dearly, every time I do a paint party, a lot of times she'll come and she'll help me. And she'll say under her breath, she's like, why don't they just finish their painting? Oh my gosh, how long is it going to take them? And I'm like, don't talk like that. These people just paid me a ton of money to be here, and I'm going to stay all night if they need me to, because they just paid a month's worth of bills in one night. So to me, it's totally worth it. And when I am teaching a paint party, I am in the zone. I love it. I have always talked openly about struggling with anxiety. Put me in a room of paint party people, my anxiety goes away. And you know why? Because I am focused on them. I am focused on their needs, and I am in my happy place. Put me in a room full of paint party people, put me at a painting, doing a mural, any of that, and I'm in my place. So people like my mother-in-law and people like the grumpy old man, they're not your customer. And that is okay. So that's why I say don't depend on family and friends to be your customer, or you will not be in business for long. So I teach people all of that. So if you have not joined Paint Party Headquarters yet, guys, I put the link on here. And guys, the doors are only open. I'm going to put the link one more time just in case, and you can see what all it includes. And then I'm also going to be live tonight on Facebook, Texas Art and Soul. I'm going to be painting live and talking and answering all your questions. But guys, here's the thing. It's not about us. It's about them and how we serve them. You do not have to be the best artist. You do not have to be the person up there trying to prove yourself. Most of my paint parties, I don't even paint at. I show a tip, then I walk around and I help. I show the next step, I walk around and I help. Usually I'm showing the next step on somebody's painting. I'll say, who wants to be, the example? And they're like trying to give me their stuff, So there's so many great things about this. And yes, I do have a business license. Definitely get your business license. It's like 10, 20 bucks. Doing business as, and then pick your business name. And we go over all of that kind of stuff in Paint Party Headquarters. And again, the doors are only open for 2 more days. So if you want to learn everything about paint parties, everything about starting a paint party business, making a profit from your very first party, which is what I teach, and join us. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. We will not open the doors again until September. And at that time, the price will go up. So this is going to be grandfathered in. It's monthly. You can cancel at any time. And just remember, guys, it's like a gym membership. Okay, you have rights to, we've been open for a year now. So you have rights to a whole database, a whole year's worth of paintings, of photos, of tutorials, of social media hacks, marketing hacks, all of that. But it's like the YMCA. If you cancel the gym membership, you don't get to take the treadmill home. So if you get into Paint Party Headquarters and you're loving it, it's the best write-off for your business. It's $32 a month. That's it. And then you can write that off. That's not even one painter. And you have all access to everything. But here's the thing. If you cancel, that's fine. And that's totally okay. But you can't take all the painting rights with you, okay? You have access to all of those while you're a member. That's part of it. So please be mindful of that and just be honest with that, because I just don't want people getting in there, coming in for a month and then thinking they have a year's worth of access. However, I am extremely generous. So when you are in there, I'm surprising you with bonuses and extras and all kinds of stuff to make your life easier so that you can book parties and you have proven paintings that already work, already sell, we are already making money from. And it was funny, one of the paintings from last fall, 2 of the paintings from last fall, it was like the gift that just kept on giving. I mean, we paid for so many Christmases with that painting, and it wasn't just me. It was me teaching it, and then several other, like dozens of other people in Paint Party Headquarters. They'd post a picture like, it's just the gift that keeps on giving. I mean, paid for years and years of what it would cost to be in Paint Party Headquarters. And that was just from one of the paintings. So we have so much goodness in there. If you don't know who I am, again, my name is Heidi Easley, founder and owner of Texas Art and Soul. If you have any questions, feel free to message me. And you can email me at heidi.easley. I'll put it in here if you have questions. I'm going to be answering those. Also, if you want to watch the live tonight, I'm going to be live here in just a little bit, answering some more questions. And guys, just do it. You got to do it. It's so much fun. All right, join Paint Party Headquarters. The link is in the description. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye, guys.